The full name of David Alcaide is David Alcaide Bermudez, but we'll just call him David Alcaide. A well-known name in the sport car.
Yeah, without doubt, two-time World Pool Masters champion, so he's no stranger to the Matchroom multi-sport pool arena. I know we talk about that a lot in comms, but you know, there's not many pool tournaments that are played in this setting, so very experienced player, and his partner, Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, tremendous talent as well. He's yet to do it on the biggest stage of all. Is this his year? They see Fabio Petroni, he's no stranger to European pool. He's been around the pool scene many, many years. Former Mosconi Cup player as well. Just get the feeling it's more important.
Rack number 1, Italy.
That Italy get off to a good start in this match.
Well, I was about to say the break. Fab from Fabio. The one ball, not exactly going where he wanted it to. Would have loved it to travel a little more. But at least Corrieri has got a clear shot through to it.
Yeah, both of David and Francisco and will know their opponents, and they'll know that it's a tricky little opening match. Of course, they got to the semi-finals last time this tournament was held in 2019.
Yes, they lost out to the eventual winners, Austria, and Francisco Sanchez Ruiz actually says that's his biggest disappointment in the game, because they had chances and they made mistakes. These days, both of them hailing from Salamanca in Spain.
I think he's having a look at the bank shot. He is, it's a wonderful shot, and it's a wonderful positional shot as well, so well played there from the younger of the two. Yeah, so the pink 4 didn't go, so he had to try and cannon the 2 balls out, and it's gone wrong.
Yes, just wanted to flick the 9 ball away. Caught it pretty much full ball.
Yeah, that's a pretty good shot there from David. That's all Fabio could pretty much do, just try and get distance and get a good 4 ball. Oh, he's already made one bank shot in this rack. Will he be having a go at another one?
I think this one is a little more problematic.
Yeah, decided to go for the thin cut. And he has got a safety back, so wasn't the worst leave.
Extension, please.
He's a big lad, Daniele Corrieri, but forced to apply the extension to his cue.
It's a nice shot from Daniele. Wanted a fuller contact there, didn't get one, and cue ball slides along the back rail.
That's clock, please.
And ball in hand for Team Italy.
And the way the balls are setting, you have to think it's going to be 1-0. Okay, the 8 and the 9 are in close proximity, but really that's a problem that should be solved. Fabio Petroni is a former world pool trick shot champion, so this little delicate blind cut back shouldn't pose any great headache for him. There it goes. It was all about the scratch, that first rack. Once Spain saw the in-off, I think their hearts sank. They knew what was going to happen. Italy have taken a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, we talked about the start of the match and just kind of feel that the start is it's a lot more important for Team Italy. It'll just help them relax. So it's nice to put your opponents under pressure as well.
Yeah, Petroni's the better known of the Italians, but it has to be said that in 2013, Daniele Corrieri reached back-to-back Euro Tour finals. So clearly, he's got game. One of those finals was in his native Italy at the Castelbrando Open, lost to Ralph Souquet. The other was in the North Cyprus Open. He was beaten by Konstantin Stepanov, the first ever Russian to play for Europe in the Mosconi Cup.
Current score is 1-0. We have Italy to break.
You know, all the balls tried to go in that top left pocket, but none vanished. So Spain are straight back to the table.
Well, Corrieri held his hand up there in acknowledgement of the fact he's been lucky. Now that suggests he doesn't believe the one will squeeze by. And looking at that, I think he's right.
Yeah, it's not often you see the balls like that, is it, after the break? So could be an interesting push-out situation. Of course, after the break, the incoming player can play a push-out. Yeah, it kind of looks like it might squeeze through the gap, but he's got a better view than us.
Yeah, the initial impression I got was that it would squeeze through, but why did he hold his hand up and say, I'm sorry? Because if it does go, he's not been lucky at all.
Yeah, maybe the 8 ball is blocking the contact point where he needs to hit to pot it. Maybe he can only see the edge of the one. I think that's what it is. I think he might be trying to play the 7.
Push.
Yeah,
Push out.
So he's playing push.
And leave your option.
So the incoming player always gets the option of playing the shot or passing it back.
Okay. You played the push, you play yes, sir.
That was a very useful bit of fortune for Spain there. Look at this. I think we can notch that down as the best fluke so far in the event.
I agree, but I think Italy would disagree. There was absolutely no value there in trying to pot the 3, because position on the 4 was nigh on impossible, and so locking up the Italians was definitely the correct thing to do.
Yeah, and hitting this 3 ball looks nigh on impossible as well. So a very small window.
Extension, please.
So he's trying to play one rail with loads of right and spin, and just go through that gap in between the 9 ball and the 4, the pink 4. Tell you what, it's a phenomenal hit, is that?
Hold on. Gentlemen,
Great
hold on.
shot.
Well, purely because of that, I think they deserve to win the rack. Pinpoint, and getting it safe as well.
All right, so wait a minute. One more time.
Yeah, all you can do is hit the ball sometimes and just hope it's your day, but I don't think anyone watching would begrudge him of getting a little bit of fortune there. That was a great hit.
Pushed. And Spain. Hold the clock, please. Hold on, clock on my head. Right.
I think there's a problem here with the shot clock. So Rob Spencer, who's the marker,
broke.
he's chatting away with
Okay,
the
it's a
referee
foul
John
out of time.
Lehman to
Yes.
make sure everything is
Agreed.
hunky-dory. Of course, the other referee involved this week, Marcel
Ben,
Eckhart,
can
is
I
there as well.
get a replay of the last couple shots? Because we
Yeah,
think
I think
we think we're out of play.
watching, I
We
think
think we're out of turn. We just want to make sure.
What's happened is Well, they're talking about playing out a turn.
Yes,
here,
can
but
I
just
please
about the
see
shot clock. I think there's been
the
a
break
technical
and the
problem
push?
with the shot clock, so we've
everything from the breakout, please.
put a laptop or something like that.
Everything from the push
referees are doing the bit,
on,
looking
please.
in, but we're talking about playing out a turn, I believe.
Thank you.
And if anyone has played out a turn, that means ball in hand.
And the same player that broke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? So we're good to go with the call?
Almost an occupational hazard in this tournament, Carl, playing out
Right.
a turn. It happens
So it's
more
out of
than you
turn.
think.
Both agreed? You can forget the replay. We're good to go. Yep, we have an out of turn player. Okay, it's a ball in hand foul. Guys agree? Yes.
No, we didn't spot
Out of turn
that
player,
one
ball in
from
hand foul.
Goodwin. I need to wake up, throw a bit of water over my face.
So you broke and came back after the push to shoot.
Because I think
Yep.
Ah, so Daniel's broke, and then he's
Start the
played
clock,
the next
please.
shot, so... Well, this could come back to haunt them, let me tell you.
Fabio Petroni is a very emotional individual. He famously started to cry at a Mosconi Cup. If he allows things to get under his skin, that will not be good for the Italians.
Yeah, you don't see that often, really, to be fair. It's such a big mistake from the Italians. Not the best positional shot, though. Left his partner bridging. This is awkward. Well, he's got to be delighted with where that's finished. Kissing the green six, and to finish there is perfect.
Playing out of turn is a real schoolboy error. But the instance we've just seen is not unique, is it? And in Scotch doubles, in fairness to all concerned, there is a lot to think about. Even in snooker, occasionally you see a player pot a red and then take some time on a shot and then pot another one. Going out of turn here has meant loss of rack. There it is. Spain, in rather unusual circumstances, are able to take advantage, and they draw level at one rack each.
Yeah, there you see the Italian pair in disbelief for what's just happened in rack 2. Schoolboy error that was. Look at Fabio, he is fuming. It's hard to forget about stuff like that, Phil, isn't it? Unless, you know, this next rack kind of gives Italy a chance and they can get back on the scoreboard quickly. Let's see what happens. Will they get the ultimate punishment or not?
Well, with the winner breaks format, they could be heavily punished, and that would be horrible to see. I don't think the Spaniards were aware of what was going on, you know.
Well, I don't think we was. Imagine if Spain run the rest of the set out now, and that's how you got beat going out of turn. That would be pretty incredible.
Yeah, out of order, literally. I just got the impression as well that maybe John Lehman didn't realise, and it was brought to his attention by the marker.
Yeah, we'll have to find out who spotted that and give him a pat on the back.
Something, of course, that's not a problem in individual pool. But when you're playing alternate shot, and particularly when it's a push out, that's when it can get a wee bit confusing.
Rack number 3. We are currently tied at 1 game apiece. Spain to break.
So the Italians will be ball watching now. They'll be praying that Spain don't get a shot after the break and they don't get a big punishment. They've made a ball on the break, but I don't think they're going to have a shot on the 2. So that's good news for Italy. You've just got to try and forget about your mistakes, your misses, your poor safeties, going out of turn, and try and be positive.
Now that could be expensive. It should be expensive. All of the balls nicely spread. No obvious stumbling blocks. Maybe position from 8 to 9.
Yeah, it's very important. That goes without saying after that huge mistake from the 2 guys at the table. And you know, other times Spain could have gone on and run 2 or 3 racks on the break and then they'd still be sat in the chair fuming with themselves, but now they do have a chance to put that behind them.
Petroni's 49 years of age now. Hometown Rome. And you will not hear any criticism of Fabio from me, because the sport he plays, apart from pool, judo. Don't mess, basically.
Yeah, and over the last few years, Fabio he's been working a lot on his kicks, and he's changed his stance, and he has a long pause at the back. But he's going to have to play. Well, this is not easy. If he's got a small bit of angle, he might be able to force the cue ball around the table. But this can go wrong. Sometimes you can scratch in the side.
Well, I think he's done reasonably well, but there is some element of doubt as to whether this 9 will be potted.
Extension.
Extension, please.
Yeah, I think as the years go by, you get a little bit older, the odd miss starts to creep into your game, and Fabio will be aware of that.
He remained still, and the 9 ball went in. Italy back on top at 2 racks to 1.
think that's what it is. I think he might be trying to play the 7.
Push.
Yeah,
Push
he's
out.
happy, so he's playing push.
Extension, please. It would have been him again, because he's got to go back in. Because we got to go back in order.
Sì, sì, perché non che palla ho fatto, impossibile. Ti ho messo troppo giù, però c'avevo paura di 40 minuti.
Watch your order, guys. Watch your order. And just so you know, order players.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, watch your order. And just so you know, if we go out of order again, it doesn't change the order.
Ah, okay,
So
okay.
it stays
Now
the
it's
order.
my break, because he break.
Okay, yeah, but now it's your
I
order.
have to know, but I can ask you.
Yes, you can ask. You can ask even on your. I can't offer, but you can ask whose turn it is.
Okay. He breaks before, now I break. It's my break, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I made a mistake because I think then I left the push out and I almost like a shot.
Okay. Just so you know, if player plays out of order, it doesn't change the order. So that person would come back in again to shoot the shot again if he gets back. Okay.
Welcome back to the evening session of day 2 of this World Cup of Pool, brought to you by Matchroom Multisport. It's been intriguing so far. The Italians 2-1 ahead. It might well be 3-0. They went out of turn in the second rack, and at the end of this one we'll basically solve the mystery of
Rack number
what went
4.
wrong for them.
The current score is 2-1 in favor of Italy. Italy to break.
So that's a ball down on the break, and they can see this one ball, but it's very thin.
It's a great one for body language, isn't he, Fabio? The knees buckled when he wanted the one to be a little kinder than it ended up being.
Yeah, he's handled that really well. That wasn't easy, so job well done.
It's the most intense chalker of the queue we've seen so far. I think he's used up half a block on this shot.
Yeah, again, that's a good shot from Fabio. And they're in a good position now. They will know how important it is to kick on now and win this rack, and that'll give Spain a little bit of something to think about early on. Of course, it's a race to 7 in round 1 and 2, so it is relatively short.
I can't imagine that of all the fates that could befall Italy, I can't imagine a miscue would be one of them for Fabio. He uses more chalk than an algebra teacher.
So who'd have thought it? Fabio Petroni with this 9-ball to go 3-1 up after the only team in the event to play out of turn.
Okay then, Carl, you're in the hot seat. You're the man to explain what happened in the second rack that caused all the problems and all the consternation for Italy. It really was a strange occurrence. I think it's understandable though, because it was quite a complex series of events.
Yeah, this was the thing. Daniele broke, didn't he? Of course, it was a dry break.
Push out.
So he's playing push. So the next shot should be Fabio. Spain play the push out. Italy have the option, so they put Spain back in. Spain fluked the 2-ball, and David played the hook safe, and Daniel got back out of the chair and played this shot. I must say, it was a wonderful shot though, wasn't it? Tell you what, it's a phenomenal hit, is that?
Hold on. Gentlemen.
Well, it's arguably the best foul that's ever been played in the history of the game. What unfortunate circumstance for Italy, because that really was a terrific escape.
In favor of Italy. Italy to break.
Yeah, I mean, joking aside, the good news for Italy is that it's not haunted them too bad. And they're going nicely here, they're playing some good stuff. And is this a 9? It is a 9! First golden break of this year's event. And it's the man who went out of turn, and why wouldn't it be?
That's extraordinary. It really is. It's the ultimate expression of pool karma. The 9-ball going into the middle pocket.
And I've just noticed the flashing 9 around the arena, Phil. It's all going on.
Well, that's one instance where you can't possibly play out of turn. If you knock in a ball on your break, that's it. Nudged by the 8. Found the target. Expressionless. And then the smile comes on the face. Fabio apologises, all the while thinking, yeah, give me 3 or 4 more.
So Spain are in a spot of bother now. There was favourites in this match, but you know, we all know how good Italy are.
Current score is 4-1 in favor of Italy.
So we're just
Italy to
approaching
break.
crucial moments of the match now. And if this 2-ball holds up, which I think it has. It goes past the 6, so it's a pretty good chance here now. Queuing near the rail, so he needs to be a little bit careful with this shot. And he's missed it. It's a little bit of a lifeline here now for Spain.
Cracking match so far, though, isn't there? Plenty to think about and to talk about. Going to see a comeback. Remember, the number 1 seeds, the defending champions, Austria, already out. Spain are the number 3 seeds.
Yeah, just overrun it a little bit there. He's on the wrong side of this 3 ball, so he needs to stun the cue ball over to the far side table and come back in a kind of area where it is now. It's going close to the side. I thought he'd scratch then. Yeah, he just had a little feel of the rail there. He feels like he got a powerful bounce.
Again, a little clumsy.
Yeah, I think a few of the players been talking around the arena and they feel like the table is very, very responsive and the rails are very bouncy. And then once you're playing a positional shot, if that's in your head, well, it's not easy to overcome.
Yes, and if you play for the springy bounce and you overcompensate, then you leave it well short.
So he does have a shot at this 7, but it's very thin. He's got to make sure he avoids the opposite centre and gets the cue ball bouncing off 3 rails. So he needs this to bounce. I think it will. Yeah, that was a neat shot that from David, that.
Corrieri missed the 2 ball. This is the consequence. Just a simple shot that with running side, coming off a couple of rails. We have seen 9 balls missed already, but this one surely will find gravity. Not in doubt. Spain back within 2. Still though, Italy are in front by 4 racks to 2. The first round of the World Cup of Pool always produces some really cracking matches, and Italy-Spain is turning out to be one of those. The Italian break is working really well. They've made 6 balls on the break so far, the most important of which was the 9-ball to deliver the first golden break of the tournament. That was in rack 5. At that point, Italy were 4-1 up, but Spain have just won rack 6, and of course that means they're breaking off in the 7th.
Rack number 7, current score is 4-2 in favor of
Yeah, you can see the screens
Italy.
in the background. They're the
Spain,
fans' pictures, what
2
you can
breaks.
send in. I think we should do a selfie film. I'll send it in, see if we can get on one of them screens.
They'd need widescreen for me.
You said it, buddy. So successful break from Spain. And they've got to look at this one ball. Yeah, he's probably a little bit straight on this, so he's not guaranteed position. So he's either going to have to force this or play it with loads of spin, and he's played that well.
Alcaide is the senior partner, of course he is, no one could deny that. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, a very capable supporting act. Former World Junior Champion, he won that in Reno, Nevada. Though it's one hurdle at a time, and the main priority now is getting back into this match. Spain could be an authentic title threat. Sanchez Ruiz was also a semi-finalist in the US Open in 2017, and the year before won the European 9-ball championship. Oh, but he's overdrawn the cue ball there.
Yeah, there you see he's hooked his partner, overdrawn the
Attention,
cue
please.
ball, so he's going to have to... He's either going to kick one rail or is he going to try and play a little swerve shot and pop the 4. They've called their extension, so they've got 30 seconds left. He's playing the swerve shot, he's trying to pot it.
Well, Carl, no damage done in terms of leaving the ball on, but they could be in tactical strife after this. They should be.
Extension, please.
Sorry to be repetitive, but just in case you're watching us for the first time, there's a 30-second shot clock, and in every rack, each team can take a 30-second extension, and Italy have just used theirs.
Yeah, that's a useful shot there. He's using the 9-ball as a blocker. So even though you can see the edge, well, he can't see the potting angle, so... Yeah, he's looking at the kick shot, because I think if he comes off the edge of the ball that he can see, I think the purple 5 would be in the way. So he's trying to kick this towards the left centre, and it's gone wrong, so he needs a bit of help, and he's not going to get it. Fair enough, the 8 ball's gonna hamper Daniele a little bit, but it's just one good pot really in one good position, and this will hurt Spain, this will. Yeah, the 9 ball's in the way to stun it 2 rails, and the 8 ball's causing Fabio some problems, so they're not out of the woods just yet. I think he's trying to find that gap in between the pocket and the 8. And he's lost the cue ball, and he's lost it by a long way. Well, he's faced with a horrible shot here. He's got to power this in and get the cue ball bouncing off the bottom rail and back out. Well, anywhere in the centre table you'd be delighted with. You can sense it, can't you, Phil? It's a big moment, this coming up.
Oh, what a shot that was. What a shot that was. Not just the pot, but the pace to get out with the cue ball. Brilliant.
Yeah, he played it nice. He played it rail first as well. Fabio's got to focus on the 8 ball. He's played that nice. Good pocket speed. Give the pocket a chance, and it has to be said, they've done well here. Big rack.
And one particularly great pot from Corrieri, setting up a victory in rack 7, which means the Italians, the number 30 seeds out of 32 teams here, they are 5-2 ahead within 2 racks of what would be a surprise, but so far, well-deserved victory.
Yeah, I agree, Phil. I mean, on paper it's a surprise as the 2 partners give each other a little kiss on the cheek. Yeah, on paper it's a surprise, but, you know, European pool players, they all know how good Fabio can play, and his partner Daniele, so all Spain can do now is just hope they keep getting the chances, and you've just got to try and put the pressure back onto your opponent.
Well, I was looking for the Euro Tour records before this match, and Fabio Petroni has got a couple of Euro Tour titles to his credit.
Just for sure.
He's the better known of the 2 players, but the better shot so far. The best shot has been executed by Corrieri. That 6 ball was out of the top drawer.
Scores 5-2 in favor of Italy. Italy 2 break.
Now that's what you call a nice kiss. That's what you need in cue sport. A nice kiss. I've got an inkling that you and Darren won't be doing that tomorrow night, though.
Funnily enough, he did actually kiss me once after one of our matches, Phil. Yeah, and I think he's made a ball on the break. He's made the 1 ball, and the 2 ball is set up over the side, so potting it isn't a problem, but it's staying on that 3 ball. Can he bump into it, or is he going to play for the bank? So he's playing for the bank shot, and that doesn't look too bad. Can he play a stop shot and still be on that pink 4 ball over the top left corner? Goes without saying, it's a big rack. This will put Italy on the hill. Oh, what a shot he's played there as well. Another one for the highlight reel, Phil.
Well, Daniel came into the Lions' den, and so far he's more than surviving. He's playing brilliantly. The Italians seem to be relishing this.
Extension, please.
Just got to watch the side pocket here, make sure you get through the cue ball. Yeah, he's done a good job here. He has played some wonderful shots. Even when it's not been his turn, he's played some wonderful shots.
The format of the World Cup of Pool leads to vulnerability for the big nations, for the high seeds. And we're seeing that again graphically illustrated here.
Over the years, Italy have played in this event many times, and it's not been good stories, to be fair, and it's often been heartache and a few misses, but I'll tell you what, Phil, they've played well in this match so far.
Indeed, and Daniele Corrieri has been the star of the show thus far, potting the winning 9-ball and giving Italy a 6-2 lead. They're on the hill.
Yeah, what a game so far. Plenty of talking points. We were looking forward to this one, and we weren't disappointed. Italians are making us laugh. They are making us very entertained as well. And the Spanish, they are in trouble. Did I say? Kelly Fisher joins me. Kelly, what a game so far.
Oh, I know. It's been unbelievable, hasn't it? At the beginning was really switched around quickly, didn't it?
Yeah, and we got the first golden break. It's all happening.
It's all happening, I know. I couldn't believe it. That was to go 3-1 down for Spain, who are, are the favourites, so let's see.
To talk about you, you're playing Great Britain B. We've got a Great Britain C now.
Oh, I know. It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. But we're really looking forward to playing tomorrow. Really can't wait.
What have you and Alison said together?
We're going to have fun. We're going to enjoy it. We're going to give it the best shot and just go out there and, try and beat up on them Filipinos.
Brilliant. Well, we can't wait for that match. Really enjoying this one. Let's get back to that one. We'll speak to you very shortly, Kelly.
Great, thank you.
Great to hear from Kelly Fisher. We wish
Number 9.
Kelly and Alison all the best against the Philippines. It's a mighty task, but it's one they can pull off. Now then, can
Italy to break
Italy
on the hill.
affix the final piece in this winning jigsaw?
Yeah, so last ball falls down, but good news for Spain. They don't have an open shot at this one. They've paid the ultimate price when Sanchez snookered his partner. I think it was 4-2. That was to get right back in the match.
Yes, just as I was singing his praises, he badly overscrewed. Well, the application of right-hand side there, I think, has worked out pretty well. He played behind the 7, of course, but the major blocking ball is the 3.
Extension, please.
He's actually got the jump cue here. He's going to try and jump over the brown 7, hit the side rail, but he needs to hit this. He needs to hit this one ball full in the face. If he catches it low, he could scratch in the corner. His main aim is to try and hit this full and just leave distance.
We've seen this so often already. A ball on the precipice of the pocket. In this case, it's the cue ball, a fraction away from dropping. Had it done so, that might have been the beginning of the end for Spain.
Yeah, Fabio just hiding the cue ball in behind the 9, keeping the pressure fully on Spain.
They've always been animated, the Italians. The other player who's represented them regularly, Bruno Muratori, he was the same.
Yeah, that was a good shot there. Just hitting the side of the 1 and leaving distance and getting the 1 ball safe.
Do we have a station?
Yes. 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 Yes, sir.
Players just asking the referee if they've got an extension left. Mr. John Lane
Extension, please.
from New York City. His full-time job, Phil, he's actually an actor.
That's right, he's been in some big productions, including The Sopranos.
Wow, I never knew that.
Small part, but a very big production. And The Sopranos, an absolutely masterpiece of work, and he contributed.
Oh, that's mighty unlucky. That was a very good effort as a combo, and the ball didn't drop. And what's Fabio left with? He's lining up his own combo, so he's got to play the yellow 1. He's got to hit this ball thin in order to pot the purple 5. And he has done. Where's it going to finish? I think the 7 ball has spoilt the party.
Well, the 7 ball spoilt the party, and basically that's ended the party for this rack.
Set the clock, please.
Music's turned off, the Italian music that is. Now it's over to Spain. And I'm not just saying this because of what's just occurred. It's one of those matches, Cole, where I don't know whether you agree. I still think there's another twist in this.
Yeah, I'm sat here watching, and I do agree. I think there's another little twist. But he's faced with a carom now. It's not easy. There's a little bit of distance. Of course, Francisco must have wanted it there because they had ball in hand. Carom is, of course, when they come off a ball and then pot another. His job well done. The carom is down.
So, Spain are down, but they're not out. 6-3.
Now we have a 2-minute break.
The evening session has commenced here at the World Cup of Pool, and Italy are in the driver's seat. They lead 6-3, but it was 6-2.
6-3 in favour of Italy.
Spain have the break in rack 10. Can they turn the screw? Dry break, and what's worse from a Spanish perspective, the one is on, the two's open, three as well. Away Italy could go. It's such a simple statement, Carl. All about holding yourself together. It sounds routine. No, certainly isn't.
No, it never is. In practice, you know, they run the table out fairly easy, but something about the TV arena and these major tournaments where something can often happen, but all you can ask for is a chance to win any match, and this is definitely a good chance. And they played very well, so there's no signs to see any weakness. Right on cue, leaves the cue ball near the 6, so this could be awkward cueing.
Yeah, he's partially hampered, isn't he?
Needs this to kiss the 9, and it has kissed the 9, so that's a little bit fortunate. If it had just slid past the 9, he'd have been hooked. So they'd have been a bit concerned then, and you can just see David shaking his head there. He thinks the end is near. Speed is key here, and line. Look at the 7 ball, Phil. Look at the 7 ball. He's forgot to put left hand spin on the cue ball. Any kind of left hand spin, it'd have been on the 6.
You get that 6th sense, don't you? In the previous rack, I said, expect a twist.
Yeah, I think I might get you to write 6 numbers down, Phil. This is all about just make sure you hit the 6. Anything else is a bonus. Just try and hit the 6.
Contact made. Ball theoretically left on, but that could have been a whole lot worse.
Yeah, David's just looking, it's the wrong angle, isn't it, to get on the 7, and of course he needs a good angle on the 7 to get back down for the 8.
Extension, please.
Extension called. So another 30 seconds. Is he trying to draw the cue ball off the 9? Yeah, I'm not sure if he was trying to draw off the 9 or if he was trying to pot it and just miss the 9, but he'll have always known the cue ball was going towards the 9. That's what made the shot difficult, and this is also a very difficult shot. He's got to pop this 7 in the top left and try and get the cue ball. Well, he's not going to risk getting in the gap, but just a shot on the 8 would be lovely. Great shot there from Francisco. Keeps the hopes alive. They've showed a lot of heart with these remaining few balls. This 9 ball to close the gap, and it keeps the heat on Italy.
Especially when you consider, Carl, that the Italians there had a golden chance to wrap it all up. But the poor positional shot cost them dear. And when you think about the career of David Alcaide there on the right-hand side, he's been in the heat of the kitchen and done so well. He's twice played for Europe in the Mosconi Cup. First off in 2006 when the matches were drawn in Rotterdam, and then in 2017 when he contributed to Europe's 11-4 victory in Las Vegas. And what about those two World Masters victories for Alcaide? First in 2017, then in 2019, the people he beat in the final. Jason Shaw 4 years ago, 2 years ago, Alexander Kazakis. His other victims in the World Masters, Albin Auschen, Shane Van Boning twice, Ralph Souquet, Neil Svyan. That's why he's capable of orchestrating a full-scale comeback here.
Yeah, and they're discussing it, aren't they, Phil? You can see they're just talking about that shot, and this is the problem. In practice, you wouldn't even think about your mistake. You'd just carry on, and you'd be running the balls out. You'd be telling your friends you're playing some good pool. But this isn't practice. This is a big match. It's a big tournament, and they've got to try and put that out of the head. But it's just so hard to do. They're just, you can see they're just sat there. I mean, the 6-4 up.
Rack number 11, current score is 6-4 in favor of Italy. Spain to break.
In goes the one. And although the two won't pot, it's a very simple combination.
Yeah, I'd love that 4 ball to have been moved away from the side, because if you look at the table here, it all looks like he's going to have a shot on this 2, and now he's got to try and... Playing the combo's not difficult, but it's making sure you land on the 2 after. And it's gone wrong.
I can only assume there, Carl, he wanted a thinner contact on the 4 ball to take the 2 over the bottom left-hand pocket.
That's another block of chalk gone for Fabio. And that's gone wrong. The only good thing is he's got hampered cueing, so he can pop this 2 ball. Well, it goes in the side and the top right pocket, but that cue ball on top of the purple 5 is going to cause him some grief.
Attention, please.
Cue ball was pretty much welded to that bottom cushion, and that led to the mistake.
So he played it into the top, and he's missed it. And even though he's got the hook snooker, I think he can go rail first. I don't think, as long as he can see enough of the rail, this is a pretty easy shot. Well, he can't see enough of the rail, so he's got the jump cue. You said before he's a tall fella, so reaching this isn't going to be an issue. Of course, these guys very adept with the jump cue, and with the 2 ball being so close to the pocket, you know, you expect him to block this. It's just, can he get position on the next ball? The 7 ball has ruined the party again.
Remember this number.
And it's in a very similar position to where it was the last time. Try telling the Italians that 7's a lucky number at the moment.
7.
Oh wow, he's gone and fluked the ball. And I tell you what, it's come out smelling of roses. Maybe the 7 is their lucky number after all. Look at this. What do you do about that?
When they had the golden break, he was the first to apologise, wasn't he? But he didn't do it immediately there. I think he's just desperate to get over the line. And who can blame him?
Yeah, I think it's fair to say they needed a little bit of luck because things were getting a little bit dicey out there.
I must say I've been very impressed with Daniele Corrieri.
Yeah, both guys have played well. Even after playing out of turn where it could have gone wrong, they've had a few nice runs of the ball, and overall I think they've played very well. And it's a big win for Italy.
Forget Viva España. Instead, it's Mamma Mia. The Italians are through. The number 3 seeds go out. Italy prevail by 7 racks to 4.